interesting questions, and what I've discovered is, even though you only have to send me 300 words, can even be other languages, no problem. Just don't send them on pages that the other PC company that's not called a PC, they use Pages as their format. Apple. And when they come into my machine says, we don't know what that is. It's like, I can't open that. So I have to email you back and say, please send it like in your email. You can send it in your email. You don't have to send it as a Word document or anything. Even the term paper, when you do the term paper, and just email them to me. I know it sounds primitive, and my email address is there, so hopefully you have an email, the university gives you one, you're paying money for it, right? So use it. And it's easier because at the end of the semester, when I look up to put in your grade, I can use your email. I can see, here's your quizzes, here's your tests, here's your term paper, A for you. Easy. Right? You know, if I go and here's your quizzes, here's your tests, no term paper. What the heck? I will be emailing you. I need your term paper by midnight. So don't forget about the term paper. Please send me a term paper that's 25% of the grade. And what is that? So if we go to the term paper, term project, here's the guide. I haven't updated this for a while, but yeah, minimum length is 3,000 words, and if you give me 3,000 words, I'm happy. You can give me more if you like. And
you said we could pick our own philosopher, we just gotta run it by you?
You can, although I prefer a living philosopher, someone who's alive today, or recently dead. C.S. Lewis is close enough.
What's going to qualify that? Well, what definition would you use to call someone a philosopher?
Well, I called you a philosopher. I have had students want to, and they did, send me a term paper on their mother. But how much research can you do on your mother? You know, well, you don't need to. I had 2 separate times. I had one of my favorite philosophers. One I actually met in person. Willard Van Orman Quine came and lectured at my alma mater when I was there. His daughter married a person named Roberts and moved to Anchorage. And they had children. And I had the granddaughter of one of the philosophers that I was teaching about in my class. And I can't believe you're talking about my grandfather. She's here in the class, right? And you can do your term paper on your grandfather. And she said, nah. He was boring. Well, I mean, the one friend of her did do the term paper on her grandfather and asked the mother for information, and the mother said he was boring. Unless you spoke in mathematical logic, you couldn't have a discussion with my grandfather or with my father. He was that kind of, genius mathematician kind of person. All right, but I do have a list. If you go to the content and go to course content, I have a list of philosophers here. You could get an idea of who I'm thinking of. Too small to see from back there? I can make it bigger, actually, I think.
Can see it.
See it?
They need to be living.
Well, there are some that I have here that are dead. I put down here that are somewhere I have, it says these are no longer living, but still relatively recent. So I have some favorites that have died Like Daniel Dennett just recently died. He's terrific. But I'm still hoping for you to deal with a contemporary who's dealing with the kinds of problems you're dealing with, so you get a sense of what they were trying to solve, and you get an idea of how things might work out for you. So, but it should be easy. It should be fun. This should be the funnest course you've ever had. Or I'm failing you. Because philosophy is absolutely fantastic. I'm just privileged to be the person that is introducing you to it. It's philosophy that's selling itself, right? Because it's absolutely fascinating. Because it's thinking about things in the big sense. So the quiz question, term paper, and the test. Yes?
What did you want us to read by the next class?
The apology would be the main thing, if you get the chance.
The Lincoln, right?
Syllabus. So a lot of these links I actually put in the syllabus for you. So for example, you could go and click on the apology. They're on the internet. You could go upstairs. We have multiple copies of Plato's dialogues and stuff. So you could have a book if you want, or you could go to the library and check one out. But notice you have to give those back, etc. So, and notice if you're interested in Plato on this site, for example, you could go and see all of the works of Plato. I will also be talking about the Euthyphro on Wednesday. EU means good, theo means God, and phro is phronesis or analysis. So the title of this dialogue is Good God Analysis. Euthyphro, the character, is a priest. That Socrates, Socrates, all the power. Socrates tends to win all of his arguments, basically, right? So if you want, you could read the Euthyphro. It's considered to be the dialogue that really it destroys the idea of revelation, divine revelation, as being the source of knowledge. Because Euthyphro talks about the gods and says this is the God, doing what the gods love. That's how you be pious. And Socrates is on trial for not being pious. This is famous stuff. By the way, in Athens, you could visit the cell where Socrates was imprisoned. He famously drank the hemlock. If someone offers you hemlock, do not drink it. Because hemlock is poisonous. It will kill you. At least if you drink enough, I suppose. But don't drink hemlock. Or if you find a hemlock, which is a tree, I think, don't eat it. It's got the poison in it, right? That's where it comes from. So, shoot, I've been having a lot of fun, but I don't know if you have. Any questions for me? Are you coming back? Yes. Nobody's going to drop it already? I'm Bill, by the way.
Sienna.
Santa?
Sienna. Like you see
Sienna.
Sienna over there.
What? Wit?
Mm-hmm.
Sienna Wit? Welcome. Cool. Yes.
Is Euthyphro like the backdrop to the apology?
They're waiting at the door for their trial.
Okay.
So yes. Was it actually written prior? Probably. We'll talk about the dialogues. Plato writes the dialogues, but Socrates is usually the main character. But Socrates didn't write, kind of like Jesus. Jesus? Anybody heard of Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay, two or three. I'll mention him too. We covered Jesus actually. Part of the course. You might not have thought of Jesus as a philosopher. How about Buddha? The Buddha?
You have the Pope in there too on your list. I thought that
Did I update it for Pope Leo? I hope so. Although I don't know if he's got any writings that I mean they're going to come, I'm sure. But Benedict was my favorite. I was so. I think the room is busy. So if we have no more questions, I'm going upstairs and I'll spend about an hour up there if you're interested and you want to come up and look at the books. I'll explain the picture that we have, the School of Athens on the wall. Feel free. Nice meeting you all. I should ask you more questions instead of just talking all the time.
all the classes are online. You have to take one person, like already started.
So for the test, they don't have a due date. They just
There is a due date. It's on the syllabus.
For the paper, I want to do the most I know he's like,
Yeah. Well, I would consider him a stoic.
Oh, Stoics. The Stoics is fascinating. That's why.
Yeah. So I would say think about Marcus Aurelius, but side saddle it with maybe Jordan Peterson,
Or
because he's alive. And
even Ryan Holiday. I left him like that.
I don't know the other that one.
He's a more recent person.
You can email me about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I learn about new people all the time.
Okay.
So thanks.
Hi, I'm Bristol, the one that
Bristol.
emailed you about missing class.
You forgot to miss it. You're still here.
That's for Thursday. After,
Oh, that's for next Wednesday.
oh yeah, Wednesday. But,
Oh, okay.
after we read this, like, are we gonna do anything on Thursday with it or
Wednesday.
Wednesday? I don't know why I think.
You can do stuff on Thursday with it too, but not in the classroom because I won't be here. But yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay, is that all we're gonna do? Or
Probably not. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about the ecology. We'll talk about Plato in general.
okay,
So
alright.
we won't do a close reading of this.
Okay, I just didn't want to like miss an assignment or something.
Good.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank
you,
you.
Bristol.
Sorry, that's how I'm Gwyneth.
Gwyneth, you're the top of the list.
I know, Birmingham. It's
Yeah, yeah.
pretty high in the alphabet. I was just wondering for assignments that you have to do, like term papers and exams, do you want like a PDF version instead through
I
email?
prefer just, when I save them, because I save everything, I save it as a web page. So I change it from like a doc file to a HTML or HTML file and save it, because they keep updating all those softwares, and usually when they do, you can't read the old stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But if you save it as an HTML file, they open it. So
Okay, perfect.
that's
I'll
how I
figure
do
out
it.
how to do
So
that.
you don't have to, you can just send it, what do you use, a PC?
I use Google Drive.
Okay. The only thing that's difficult there is if you send it in the drive, then I have to sometimes log in, and I usually discover that you haven't given me permission to log in to get it.
I can always command
So just
paste it and just pop it in the email.
Paste it into email, and that
Yeah.
works perfectly.
Beautiful.
Muy excelente.
Hablas español.
I don't have Spanish.
I study Spanish.
I have the Harry Potter books in Spanish.
Do you? I read those in Spanish too. They're awful.
No kidding. They were awful.
Oh, it's so hard to read them in Spanish.
Oh.
Because I didn't read them in English first.
Well, I don't even speak Spanish, and yet I'm having a good time just puzzling. Dursley, I know who that is.
I was just wondering, you were talking about like the 4 types of love.
Uh-huh.
So you teach,
Like Meraki. Are you familiar with that?
Meraki. What language is that?
Greek.
Greek. Okay.
My family's Greek.
No kidding.
Yeah, we just went to Athens and Zakynthos this summer.
Send me like stuff about it. That would be cool to learn.
Okay. just wondering because like Meraki is like putting love into things you do. So like a lot of the time it's like putting love into cooking. Like a lot of the time my friend would make food and they'd be like, ah, it has to be Meraki in it because I love you so much. I was just wondering if it was a type of love that they talk about.
No.
Okay. Sorry. Thanks for letting me steal your
Oh,
time.
no. Oh. Actually, I should go upstairs too, but.
Have a nice one.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Caleb.
Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like the name.
Yeah. My parents were big Bible freaks. Anywho, my question is, so the assignments, do you care if we turn them in early?
You can turn them in early, and you might want to update them if you like. I mean, the good thing is we'll discuss things that might transform some of what you think about some of it.
Okay.
That's pretty much the goal.
And like, if we have questions about like, I don't know, what you think about it, can we bring it up to you and like,
Sure.
have a conversation about it and stuff like
Sure, I'm going upstairs if you want to have a discussion, actually.
that? Oh, I gotta find my next class.
Oh, okay.
But